So Glenn Greenwald makes a great point about if we watch what's happening in the United States happen in any of the designated bad countries, the current president has his government indict and try to imprison his leading political opponent, we would instantly cite it as proof of their despotism. That was exactly how both American liberals and the international left viewed Brazil charging and conviction of Lula on corruption charges at exactly this point in the election cycle in 2017, when he was leading all candidates to return to power. So Lula, who was the lefty guy in Brazil, he was going to go against Bolsonaro. Bolsonaro throws him in jail. That's exactly what Joe Biden's doing to Donald Trump right now. They're throwing him in jail. He's the leading candidate against him. Even if he was a criminal, even if he was more of a criminal than most presidents, which he's not, it's still, you shouldn't do it because it looks bad. It undermines the rule of law. It looks like exactly what it is, a political prosecution of your political enemy. This was the thing they said.
Yeah,
they were
so a friend said it to me
that Trump was going to do to Hillary Clinton. She shouldn't be saying lock her up. That's what dictators do. That's what they're doing to him. They've been trying to lock him up since he won the presidency.
Remember the first impeachment? A friend of mine said to me, goes, well, he was investigating a political opponent. Because he made that in the Ukraine. He goes, look into that thing that I would like them to look into.
Yeah.
About Hunter made his 80 grand a day job at Burisma. And my friend said, he goes, well, it was I'm like, what? I remember at the time it stuck out to me so much. I'm like, isn't that what they, number one, all do, is try to investigate each other? But they've since passed this by.
But there's always been an agreement that, like when Barack Obama. So what's crazy about this is they're getting Trump on some crazy documents, which just is nuts. When Dick Cheney and George Bush ordered a torture program to cover for their illegal war that they lied us into, and Barack Obama didn't prosecute any of the people who ordered a torture program, which is a war crime, because he said all those crimes happened in the past and he's looking towards the future. But somehow Trump doing this with we can't cotton to that. Of course, this is exactly what it looks like. It's a political prosecution, and Tucker Carlson's exactly right. It's because Trump doesn't go along. He puts a bad face on empire, and he doesn't go along completely with their foreign policy imperialism. He ran on getting us out of the Middle East. He ran by saying, we destabilized the Middle East, meaning the United States. That's the president of the United States said that on film. He said that on camera, we, the United States, destabilized the Middle East. That's the president of the United States. That's why they have to get rid of him, and that's why they get rid of Tucker Carlson. And so I want to address the pretend reason they give for why they're going after Donald Trump. The pretend reason is that he took these documents.
Yeah. What's on them? Anybody know?
That he took some documents that are classified, and it undermines our security. The documents that he always had access to could declassify anytime he wants.
But is there a chance he's even going to jail? It sounds like it's not going to be that strong a case.
Of course, it's not a strong case. That doesn't matter.
It's just to hold him up, because
that case they had, that civil case they just had where they said he sexually assaulted that woman. There was no case at all there. There was nothing.
Yeah, right.
And they got that corrupt judge to give corrupt directions to a jury. So here's what Glenn Greenwald says about the document charges against Trump. Glenn Greenwald says the powerless leakers with noble motives, Edward Snowden, Chelsea Manning, etc., face years in prison. Manning leaked no top secret documents, by the way. Did you know that? Chelsea Manning didn't even leak top secret documents.
What? What did you leak?
Powerful DC leakers and the worst motives, political sabotage, gossip, self-importance, they never go to prison. Leak cases are always about DC status, and he shows this one. Secret report. Leon Panetta gave bin Laden raid details to Zero Dark 30 filmmakers.
What? Well, I think that's okay because he gave them not real details. He gave them real bullshit details.
What about Petraeus? So Glenn Greenwald also makes that point. Petraeus leaked highly confidential stuff that should never... He gave it to his lover.
Yeah, right.
She was writing a book.
But that's Zero Dark. What did he leak to Zero Dark 30? There was a plucky heroine with red hair no one wanted to listen to. Then we tortured a guy and found Osama.
So here Glenn goes on. Literally every day, people in the CIA, the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security leak classified information to their corporate media friends, the ones feigning outrage over Trump right now. But nobody cares. The worst leak under the U.S. code is leaking NSA intercepts. So when the national security authors, they tap someone's phone, and then if you leak the contents of that, that's the gravest leak you could make. Well, they did that to get Trump. They did that to get Flynn. So when Flynn called his counterpart in Russia, when Trump got elected, that was his national security director, and he calls his ambassador in Russia, who he's going to be working with, NSA taps his phone, leaks that stuff. And here it is. And what did they say? Why was it okay? During a normal transition at the beginning of a normal presidency, the idea that official sources would share the gist of transcripts of such a call with journalists from the Post would be considered outrageous. But they did it because now it's Trump.
This is a Washington Post saying this. This isn't an expose of...
right. That's being
this
said...
This is them being proudly...
That's being said in the Washington Post. So they've leaked stuff all the time. And then he goes on to say, those cheering Trump's indictment should just be honest that they are happy because they hate Trump and want to see him blocked from running for president. Pretending there's some principle about the sanctity of classified docs is laughable and dumb. They play with classified documents daily.
Well, this is why I really respect Sam Harris, because he just comes out and says...
So you remember when Hillary Clinton said this? Because I do. She said the fact is I had 0 emails that were classified. Remember she had a private server in her house?
In her bathroom, which a lot of people's grandmas have.
A lot of people had a lot of classified.
That they destroy with acid.
And then I forgot who the website is, the YouTube channel that put this together. But I'll try to think of it and put it in post. But I used to always shout out to them, but I can't remember. But anyway, you remember when Hillary Clinton had some classified documents and then James Comey investigated it and then he didn't prosecute her? You remember that? Well, listen to this.
Good morning. I'm here to give you an update on the FBI's investigation of Secretary Clinton. What I want to do is tell you what we're recommending. But first, let me tell you what we found. 110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it make?
8 of those chains are top secret. 36 of those chains secret. And 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Everything I did was permitted. There was no law, no regulation.
Secretary Clinton should have known that an unclassified system was no place for that conversation.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email.
None of these emails should have been on any kind of unclassified system, not even Gmail.
Well, first of all, nothing was marked classified.
To the contrary,
Nothing was marked classified.
there is evidence of
Nothing was
tremendous
marked,
amount.
nothing was marked classified.
Now let me tell you what we found.
Oh my God.
110
It was
emails,
not the best choice.
52 email chains
It was a mistake.
have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it make?
8 of those chains are top
It wasn't
secret.
the best choice.
36 of those chains
I said
secret.
it was a mistake.
And 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it
With
make?
respect to our recommendation, this is going to be an unusual statement in at least a couple of ways. Although there is evidence, our judgment is that no reasonable prosecutor would bring such a case. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. What difference at this point does it make? 110 emails.
It wasn't the best choice.
52 email
I made
chains
a mistake.
have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it make?
8
Of those chains are
top secret.
36 of those chains
I said it was a
secret.
mistake.
8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
That was from...
Good morning. I'm here to give you an
I could listen to that all day. It was from Socialist Mop.
Oh, I thought that was...
Socialist Mop. They put that together. So when you see something like that, that's hilarious. She had 110, 52 were classified, 8 top secret. It's crazy.
I said it was a mistake.
And let's remember, That she said the fact is I had 0 emails that were classified. And then, of course, that's the head of the FBI who's committed to defeating Trump.
Well, this is back when they didn't like him.
And they didn't like him. They said she lost because he did that. But he didn't prosecute her over it.
Yeah, there's all these people on the fence who were about
Yeah.
huge Hillary people that were about to go to Trump.
So there you go. It's complete garbage. Glenn Greenwald breaks it down about why it's garbage. And then Socialist Mop did that beautiful video that shows you how ridiculous it is. And so Joe Biden has taken us into Banana Republic land. Now, Banana Republic, I think the definition of it is it's like a country that's economy is usually centered around one product or something like that.
Or as being death.
Yes, I think we have a death economy.
Yeah.
But we're in third world dictator land now by Joe Biden and the Democrats, and it's the establishment. It's the Republicans too. Remember this.
Lindsey Graham,
Lindsey Graham,
money we ever spent.
Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, they work for the same people that Chuck Schumer and Joe Biden do, and so that's why this is happening to Trump, because the donor class hates him. The donor class hates Donald Trump, and they want to get rid of him. And the donor class controls both parties, and that's why this is being allowed to happen. And the idea that it's because of classified documents, I hope we disabused you of that stupid idea. Hey, come see us live on tour. We'll be in Bakersfield, Baltimore, San Francisco, Huntington Beach, Rosemont, and Chicago, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, New York City, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Stamford, Connecticut, and more.
Hey,
Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.